attitude about yourself, but you get nothing. You get nothing. You know,
that's true. You're right about
so
that.
So he was on them. My opinion is he thought he was going to be off for a long period of time, and he got on some gimmicks to fucking in his off period. Yeah. And then you get out your 6 weeks out or 5 weeks, however long the shit.
But he was supposedly retired. And wasn't going to take it. It wasn't training.
Matter,
that's
man.
why he got this.
I understand that
he wasn't training.
There's multiple guys I can show you that
have a weird story
that have wrestled in 10 years that are on gimmicks, man.
Oh yeah,
it's an ego thing. He's an elite group, man. He could have been addicted to it. Who the fuck knows? I'm just saying. Sure. He wasn't on them for 3 weeks of training or whatever. No one does that. Right. You can't even do that on accident.
Yeah, no, that's true. You're right about that.
And again, I'm not a part of any of it, so I don't know. But to me, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up.
Joe, I know that you.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, it was surprising. I mean, it's surprising, but not like Vito says that a guy's on it. I mean, that's totally not surprising. I mean, I guess he was just trying whatever he could to win, or just thought, fuck it. If I knock him out, people will still think at least I knocked out Anderson Silva. Maybe he knew it was his last fight anyway.
When he pissed, he knew he was pissing dirty.
Oh yeah.
That's just it. I'm telling you, it was like they found out he couldn't turn the fight down because then he would go down as the guy that turned the Anderson Silva fight down. Sure. He'd be like Lyoto Machida. He'd be laughed out.
And I think because it was in Brazil, because there's no commission in Brazil, he didn't think the UFC was going to test him.
Either way, I think he knew he was going to test it, but he couldn't turn it down because you know how much stock he loses being Lyoto Machida right now. He could be going. He didn't take the fight. Why wouldn't Stephan Bonner take that fight? People would be calling him a shithead.
I thought he retired though too. I thought he was like this goodwill. I thought he was like this goodwill ambassador.
But he had to take the fight. What he said, and he said it live on that Uncensored show. He was only going to take big fights. He was only going to take fights that were going to make him money.
Actually, his quote was his opponent had to have more Twitter followers than him.
Well, that's good. That's good. Those are the only fights I take too.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Joe, I know you are one that watches every single televised mixed martial arts event that they have out there. This past weekend, the World Series of Fighting had their debut show. Did you get a chance to check that out? And what'd you think?
I did. Yeah, it was on par with anything that level. I mean, it was on NBC Sports Network, which is in the the 600s, or on DirecTV or whatever. On the it's a small network that used to be Versus, I guess, and it was fine. I mean, it was on par, like they said, with stuff you see on Access TV. Maybe a little bit more production value, but the fighters are about where we expected. I mean, probably below Strikeforce, below Bellator. A lot of UFC cast-offs. Andre Arlovski trying one more time to come back. And,
what do you think? What do you think he gets paid? What's he getting paid to come out?
I could probably tell you. I could probably look it up real quick. But I know he was the top earner on that show. 30-something thousand, 40-something thousand.
See, that's insane. I mean, think about it. To be the class of not fighter that he is, that he still can make 30,000. It's not the Indies.
Still making a name off of fighting Tim Sylvia in main events.
Right now.
Yeah.
Let's see what we'll think. I'll find Anthony Johnson.
So
Anthony Johnson was on that show too. Who looks better? There was a funny moment when the reporter asked him after he won the fight. So what's next for you in the World Series of Fighting? And on his face, you could say, "Well, I really want to be in the UFC. I don't really want to be in the World Series of Fighting."
Right. This is silly.
I take that back. Andre Arlovski got 60,000. But that was with a 30,000 win bonus, so he was getting 30 no matter what, and then got an additional 30 for the win.
That's insane.
Anthony Johnson got 55,000 and 25 for the win bonus.
For Anthony Johnson, that's crazy.
Wow. That's insane.
Unbelievable. Now
they're throwing money out there. That's Ray Seppo is the promoter or the owner of that, so the former kickboxer. So.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you see him on those Dynamite shows on New Year's Eve all the time.
Now there was also the MMA debut of a guy a big time kickboxer. Can you tell us a little bit about him and his background and what it means for him to cross over into MMA now? Is he significant at all?
Tyrone Spong, you talking about?
Yeah, correct. They say he's one of the best strikers on the planet.
He looked good. He looked okay for what I mean. He was fighting the MMA equivalent of a jobber. So he knocked the guy out, which he probably should have. I mean, he'll need a few wins under his belt before I'd imagine UFC takes a look at him. He's not going to get any big fights unless he fights Orlovsky or somebody at one of these shows. But still on these shows, all these guys' goals is not to be the champion of the World Series of fighting. All these guys' goals is just to rack up enough fights to get back in the UFC, and that's that.
Just to get a second.
That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the big show. That's where everybody wants to be. So.
Gotcha. Anything else going on in the world of MMA that you want to tell us about?
No, but I was listening to you guys talk politics, and this is like the first election night in a few years, and I haven't been stuck in a radio station, bringing in the numbers and everything like that. So,
well, yeah.
I was around a lot of local politicians.
Why don't you call in throughout the night and give us updates when important things happen?
You'd be our field reporter. Obviously, you went out and voted today, Joe?
Absolutely.
Would you want to share who you voted for?
I will share. I voted for Gary Johnson. I voted for the Libertarian.
All right.
I didn't want to vote for either one of those two guys. So this is the first time I voted third party, and I felt better about myself. I guess. I mean, now I can at least say I voted, but I didn't vote for the two clowns.
Hey, look, man, we're not trying to win. We're just trying to get 6%. So, right?
That's right. That's exactly right.
So that's awesome. Well, yeah, Joe, thanks for checking in on election night. Thanks for checking in with Shin to Chin. We're always interested on what's going on in the world of MMA. And if you see anything late breaking, we don't have TV in here. So if anything breaks, like Romney gets assassinated or something, call us back and let us know, okay?
No problem, guys. Nice talking to you.
All right, thanks, Joe. Take it easy.
Take care, man.
So Lockport Joe with the Shin to Chin MMA report. So hopefully we'll get some crazy news from Joe later that something crazy happens out in the world of politics.
And I don't know if you saw that or not, but Commander Ruff was trying to call in that whole interview.
Yes, he was over and over again trying to call in. So if he's still out there listening, Commander Ruff, this is your time now. See, he is listening, this Commander Ruff.
And we're even on a delay, so he was ready.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our mystery caller, the one and only Commander Ruff. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
I got a question for Jason Rain.
Okay.
I heard Jason Rain is a Masters of the Universe Classics aficionado.
Any truth to this, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Well, my question is, why the hell doesn't he ever take them out of the package? Don't you know they're so much more enjoyable when you got them in your hands?
I know. I see when you have pictures up, I'm like, oh, he opened it.
Hey, Commander, I heard a rumor that you might buy two of every figure, one to take out of the package and one to keep.
I am a broke fuck and can barely afford the one that I got. So no, I just take the one out and I enjoy it and it sits on the goddamn shelf.
See, I the only reason I don't open them all is because I don't have any place to put them then. Like, right now I have them like hanging up on the pegs. Like I put a nail in the wall and then hang it up on the little plastic hook. So if I open them all, then where am I going to put them all?
On a nice shelf, damn it. From to you. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to walk away for a second.
Oh.
Here comes Billy Whack.
Oh, Billy Whack is back. Okay.
Whoa, what is going on here? Jesus, did you see that guy?
You live with Commander Ruff?
I couldn't see that guy's voice anymore.
Holy
shit. All right, so are you guys excited? It's election night in America. Have you guys voted?
Yes, we're looking for an update. Have you heard anything? Can you please give us some feedback?
No, nobody knows what's going on, and Fox News is going a certain way, and then ABC News is saying some other stuff. So we're just kind of hanging in there and just waiting to see what happens. But,
will you stay up all night long?
I'll be up all night. I'll be up all night long. But I was just excited because this is the second week in a row you've had an awesome guest on there. Last week was
Chucky Smooth.
He was so awesome. I don't remember his name.
Now you've got Jason Rain.
Oh man, thank you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Stop farting around.
You see me?
Yeah,
yes,
we can see.
yes.
You can see, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't see me.
I don't know. It's fucking technology, you damn kids. I don't get how this works.
Yeah.
But you've got Jason Rain here, and I just tuned in right now, so I am committed this evening to listen to the great stories of Jason Rain. And seriously, you should bust some of those figures out. They're awesome.
Hey, do you have since we have you on, do you have a Jason Rain story?
Let it fly.
Yes, I do have a Jason Rain
Let
story.
it fly.
And it's not even a bad one. It's just something that sticks out.
It's not even a bad one.
Well, you know what I mean. Maybe somebody has a bad one. I don't know.
Oh, I think a lot of people do.
you for LWF, we were in Lothian, and you were just ready to come out, and I was waiting. Your music hits. I didn't even know what your music was. It was all like, well, this guy's got it all figured out. Like, let him, come over. And I remember I'm in the ring, and I'm like, here he is, the state-of-the-art Jason Ray. And like, I gave this whole huge thing, and I didn't think anything of it. Then afterwards, you came up to me, and after the show, you came up to me, and you were like, thanks for that awesome intro. And I was like, oh, cool. And like, it was a feel-good moment, and I bet you forgot about it, but I
No, are you kidding me? I was just going to tell you. I remember that like it was 5 minutes ago. Dude, honest to God, to this day, that was really... I remember like standing in the ring and you giving me this awesome intro, and I was like, this is really cool. Like, for some reason, I think it was just because, like, it was the LWF, and I was in, this weird land of misfits, and here I was, and here now we're all friends now, and it's like, it was really cool. And I just remember, I was like, I want to hear what Larry's going to say to me, or Billy, sorry, Billy Wack. I was going to, you know what?
Commander Ruff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I sound like Johnny Kiss from last week, calling everybody by their real names. I mean Phil. I mean CM Punk, Scott, Colt, Command, whatever. Anyway.
And then it was great. He'd pull the mic away and be like,
so he knows those things, and he has to repeatedly let us know that he's in the business. And
Did you hear the Johnny Kiss interview?
Yeah, some of it. Yeah. I mean, and I say some of it because I was like, really enough. I had to go get.
Well, Vito and I were talking about it, and like just listening to it, and I mean, even just listening to the shit he's saying about me is like, that's interview. You could take it and put it back in 2001 on like the MCW hotline, and it was current.
Right.
I mean, that was the thing. It was really like just like a snippet from 11 years ago. It was insane.
Yeah, he's never moved on past that.
I was telling him that. Yeah, it's like his life went into pause at that moment.
But dude, you know what? Honestly, Billy, that intro you gave me, I still remember it to this day. Already at such a young age, an independent wrestling sensation. That was awesome, man. I still remember it.
I've forgotten about all of that stuff, but I actually remember that. And ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time of ever hearing Jason Rain, he's a stand-up dude, and I wish you were still in there. I wish you were still doing stuff.
Oh,
hey,
man.
you guys should webcam kiss right now.
Kelly, over.
And he's the third guy that will call me airborne.
Like, do a thing, right?
What happened?
You guys tag team, you guys can still like maybe one more match.
No.
That absolutely nobody cares about.
Yeah, would we do it in front of who's 35 fans?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, that's all I got. You guys got a show to get on with, and I just want to say hello to Jason.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
And Ben and Peter.
Hello.
Well, thanks, Billy Wack. You're always welcome here, and any characters that are living inside your head are also welcome here.
Sure.
Awesome. Take care.
All right,
Take care, buddy.
So yeah,
awesome guy,
Billy Wack,
Wack,
Commander Ruff, both of them calling in.
I consider him honestly, he's got to be just as important to Chicago wrestling scene in the last so many years. Like, we all kind of were around, but he's, you know what, man, that guy, he should be somewhere. He should be on TV, on the radio, something. He's
a great dude, man.
He's one creative dude.
He also throws these really awesome parties.
Yes,
about every couple months.
Killer parties. We missed
come out to one time. They're a good time.
Yeah, you're not far from where you are. They're in Joliet or Lockport.
Yeah. I'm like in Naperville.
Dude,
cool.
they are the best parties on the planet.
Yeah, they're really fun. The house is awesome. It's like it's a total party. Set up house.
Send me an invitation.
Awesome.
I remember still the after wrestling on the LWF show, which when I did was like, oh, Jason Rain, you're an idiot. I remember I got so much shit for that. Yeah. And it's funny because then a few months later, it was the cool thing to do. Everybody else went there and started wrestling.
It was at a point when, something was bound to happen.
They were the misfits. Like you said, they were the misfits.
Yeah. But they were a place in the middle that, gave you opportunity to be yourself, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was just different. I remember being like around Sunny, and it was so like, pay your dues for 5 years, and then I'll let you carry my bags.
Oh yeah,
and you're like, oh god.
So why don't we take our first break? We're an hour in.
Sure.
We'll come back. We want to talk to you a little bit about. We kind of promised everybody the Steve Boz Eddie Guerrero Figure 4 story.
The best.
So you have the first hand story. So we're going to get the official story coming up. We're also going to talk a little bit about. the start of Windy City and the death of Windy City. We have some audio clips that we're gonna talk about and listen to coming up here soon. So on the other side of this break, this is my break from last week that we didn't even get to because Chuck Smooth was so fucking awesome.
Yeah,
wow.
We didn't even need a second break.
What a funny guy, man.
But today, I guess in because it's election day, this is Joe Rogan talking about Ron Paul and just